Moving on to the concept of pivot tables using some complex data sets, we will see in this particular section how to organize data for pivots and how to quickly make pivot and do some quick analysis, explore the different quadrants that are there for pivot table, and working with the cross tab pivot. So what are cross tab pivots, that also we will see in this particular section. To work with this particular module, we will be using multiple data sets. Apart from that, we will be using some a new data set that is related to some projects, and we will also be using part of big data. It's a census data actually downloaded from some environment. So we will use this also to showcase how to do some basic analysis. So first of all, what we will do some quick overview of pivots, and we will see how to draw pivot tables. So whenever you want to make a pivot, first of all, just see what is the length and breadth of the data. So here we can see that there are these records. There are almost around columns like from A to N, like this. Okay, and then we have some records here, 63 records, something like these. All records are actually like they have their individuality in the sense that each, if you take up this particular record, let's say of Mary. So Mary Potter is the name of the employee. What is the specific about this record is that fine, everything, employee, date of birth, contact number, these are the basic details, but actual details starts from here. So she's working for a project which is having this title, and project start date and completion dates are mentioned over here, and what is the duration of that particular project in terms of hours. So let's say 352 hours have been devoted for this particular project. So this becomes a record. Now it may so happen that Mary is also working for some other projects. So let's say, look at this, Mary is also engaged in some hiring project as well, and that project was for 280 hours. So at any point of time, if I just wanted to check like what is the contribution of Mary Potter to this organization towards the projects, so what we can do, we can simply, since they are consecutive records, I could have simply highlighted them and then says that okay, 632 hours both of the project contributed. Now this is not the actual way we should portray data, we should showcase data. So there is a very good way of displaying data in a very meaningful information, and then which helps in analyzing and getting some knowledge of action from this particular data. So what we will do, first of all, we have to actually select the data. So for instantly selecting the data, we can use keyboard shortcuts like Control and Shift, and if you press right arrow and down arrow, what happens? Immediately you can see that the entire data range has been selected. So this is how it works. Now what happens, you have the data selected. Now simply we have to go to the project, the pivot of this particular project. So we can either go to insert and say pivot table, and to easily arrange the data and summarize the data. There is another method of going to the pivot, which is the older method of going to pivot. So from the keyboard I can press Alt. The moment I press Alt, you can see that all those items are selected at the top. You can see that these are the hotkeys. We call it hotkeys. F for file, H home, N for insert, page layout, formulas. Now what I am doing is, like from this Alt, I am just pressing D. So actually when I press D, something interesting happens. See, it says, Excel says that I don't recognize this D, whatever you are pressing, because D is not in my list. However, I understand that this particular keystroke Alt D was there in previous versions, and it seems that you already have worked with previous versions, that's why you know Alt D. So it says, okay, keep on continuing, continue with the keystrokes, I will recognize that. And if I press the next key as a valid key, let's say I press P, it understands that yes, pivot table is what we are looking for. So it says data pivot table. So in earlier situations we had data pivot table. We could have also done it from insert and pivot table, but both the things are same. And here what we say, we don't need to go to the wizard. We simply say that okay, fine, just bring up the pivot table sheet. Brings up a new sheet which says pivot, so which is a pivot table. So first of all, what we do for our convenience, we just change it to rename it to pivot, let's say. So this is my raw data, this is my pivot sheet. Even we can change the color for our reference. Now when we move to this particular sheet, it looks like a simple ordinary Excel sheet, but it has got some changes, some demarcations are there. Like you can see that on the left hand part, a rectangular box has appeared, which is actually not a part of the sheet, it sits above the sheet. And if you click on this particular pivot, you will see that there are some options on the right hand side. So these are the fields actually. So what happens is, we have the pivot table on the left hand side, we have the fields on the right hand side. This presents the list of the fields that is there. Now apart from the list of fields and apart from the placeholder, we can call this as a placeholder also, we have something called 4 quadrants. One quadrant is for row, another one is for column, and then we have 2 more quadrants, one is for filter and one is for value. Now what we can do, we can simply drag and drop data into these quadrants to get some output. Let's say if I just wanted to check like how many departments are there, so I can simply bring it to the rows. So you can see that these are the departments that are available. Similarly, if I wanted to check like how many like people are currently working per department, so like on projects, so I can simply bring in this particular record to values. So I can see that there are 63 records, and these all records are related to the number of people engaged in different projects from these departments. So this is a simple pivot table that you have brought in. So this was a new format of pivot. So organizing data for pivot, it's very simple. You can just highlight the data and then you can bring up this particular pivot table. Now there is another way of looking into this particular pivot table. So let me do one thing, I will just remove. So removing is also very easy. You can just drag and put it out. So automatically you can see that this placeholder is now free. So now there is a second method of analyzing data and bringing up the pivot. You can simply right click and go to pivot table options. This particular option is beneficial in case you are in the process of learning what is pivot, because for this quadrant to understand, because it is not happening visually, you are updating somewhere and the value is coming somewhere, at times it does not give us a proper value output. So what we do, we go to this pivot table options, go to display and then click on classic pivot table. This is the option, and then we say OK. The moment we say OK, what happens is that we get up the placeholder changes. So all these 4 quadrants are actually a part of this particular pivot table. So whatever you want to put it as a group, we will put it in row. Any further bifurcation of data, we put it in column. This is the quadrant where we put the data, like some calculations or some data that we need to put. And in case we want to do some filter, then this is the place. So these are the 4 quadrants, the same 4 quadrants that we see on this right hand side small box. But the So you might ask that what is the benefit? I was comfortable dragging and dropping it here. So the comfort level is that whenever you are learning, it is always better if you get a visual impact of any kind of drag and drop. So let's say the same thing we could have done it by dragging and dropping. Let's say I simply take it and drop it in this row part. So now you can see that the departments have come, and simply by dropping this record I would have got the same output that we saw last time through your regular options. Now working with this classic tab is far easier. So we will now see how do we actually use this particular pivot to quickly analyze some data and see how to make something called cross tab pivots. So let's take an example that we want to display data of department, but we want to segregate it based on project, like how many people are working per project. So in that case what we can do, we can bring up the project title and get it at this place. Now what is happening, you can see that project titles are more than the departments. Now this particular view is actually known as cross tab view. There is no hard and fast rule that the projects has to be kept in the top or department has to be kept in the bottom part, like something like this. The only thumb rule says that it's always better. It's not says that I am imposing it. It is always better suggestion that the more number of records we have for any kind of column or any kind of field, we should put it here in this place. And this is for the lesser number, comparatively lesser number of points, data points. So what we will do, we will simply take this, let's say we can just take it out like this, project title also we can take it out, but instead of taking it out, what we will do, we will bring up the project title here. So now instantly what happens, you see that the rows which were already showing something called department, now it is showing the project. Now quickly what we can do, we can bring up the department and put it here. Now we can simply, if you try, you can remove this particular thing also, and we can center align if we want. We can change the font also, and simply we can also reduce the width just to make it beautiful and so that it appears in one sheet. It's a very good thing to do. And it is also possible to put some designs over here. So you can see that so many design types are here which can be inserted. So something like this. So like this. Different types of designs are there. Let's say this is a very sober looking design. We have the grand totals here and we have the grand total here also. In a cross tab view, what happens? It's a row wise, column wise data. So here in this particular row section we have all the projects. Now how to read it? If I say that okay fine, there are 4 people currently working for assessment project. Now directly by going to this particular breakup, I can say that one of them is from HR and rest 3 are from L&D. So this is the kind of information we can give directly from the pivot. Now doing drag and drop and then implementing different calculations is a regular feature of a pivot. So if you are not able to view the list, we can right click and say show field list. What happens? It appears like this, the field list. And this is the top section where we had the filters. Let's say I don't want to view all the projects here. I just wanted to view the projects started, let's say in July or some date, let's say specific date. So what I can do, I can take my project date here and I can see all the dates. So let's say something which has started in the month of, let's say, November, or something in the month of October, something like this. What you can do, I can say that okay fine, I need the details of all the projects which have started in November. So I can do one thing, I can click here, which gives me the option to select multiple options, and I remove this and I say that November, and I say OK. The moment I say November and OK, so I can see that only pre-sales and procurement projects started in the month of November. Similarly, if I just wanted to check like what happened in the last quarter of 2014, so it starts from October, November and December. So December data we will see whether we don't have December data. So October and November. The moment I say OK, I get a span across view. So I can tell that in the last quarter of 2004 or in financial third quarter of 2004, there were this 6 odd projects that got started, out of which I can see that the most of the people were engaged in training, and 3 of them were from L&D, 3 of them from operations, 2 from planning, 1 from HR, something like this. So the breakup gives me all the details about the project, and this is the filter that I have put. The filter is on date, the row is here on project title, and the column displays the department. So it's a combination of different types of data that we are showcasing in this particular pivot, something like this. So we quickly saw this particular cross tab pivots and what are the different quadrants.